Hey, what's going on YouTube? Just finished up over on Twitch and was having a little bit of trouble doing Lingering Dissident, the new Final Fantasy X challenge event, and I thought I would go ahead and share with you here how I was able to get it done using a team that was a little bit different than what I was seeing some of the other guides out for. Just a slight difference, you know, not surprising when you see it, but there it is. So here's the boss. It's a machine enemy with 135 fire, ice, wind, earth, and light resistance, and minus 50 to water, dark, and lightning, which means we're going to be bringing Sylvie. You can use all the breaks you want, and your challenges are no continues, party of 4, and no KOs. And no KOs is good because that's the one that gives you the Lapis, and you want the Lapis, or at least I definitely did. So that became really important to me, and it was also really challenging to get in my experience. So there we are. Here's the team that we're going to run. And if this ends up working, I've done this a couple of times to try and work it out. If this ends up working, I'll show you the gear and we'll move on with our day. So here we go. So turn 1, the boss is going to hit us with some single target physical attacks, but more than one. And the boss does seem to have accuracy, which can kill Runda if you're not careful. So we're going to help with some evasion stacks on Runda from Chizuru. So Eastern Winds to reduce Katana in peril, and then we'll use Focus Strength for Mirage stacks and Focus Spirit for magic mitigation. Runda is going to use the LB. Esther is going to True Storm Brand, Energizing Bunny for a Machine Killer buff, and Bolting Slice. Sylvie is going to Shift and is going to be doing Bolt Egg Basket, Marion's Blessing, Lightning to start powering us up. And then you could use whatever, honestly. We'll go ahead and use offense. And then Esther's just going to hit the boss. So again, some single target attacks are coming. They're going to hit Runda, and Runda might take damage and might not. There we go. Runda ended up taking quite a bit of damage, actually. And that's all about variance, I guess. In fact, we're kind of hurt, and I'm thinking we might need to heal up, but I'll wait and see. Chizuru is going to go ahead and Tyvis' Spirit here. Esther is going to Bolting Slice, and Calm Before the Storm. Sylvie is going to Leaping Love, and Runda is going to, honestly, take an Elixir. It's there if you need it, you know? Heal up if you need it. You can use items, so. There we go. Turn 2 is some physical single targets and then an AoE gravity. We're fine. There we go. So turn 3, we're going to go ahead and do some damage. To help us survive turn 3, which seems to be single target physicals, AoE light attack, I think, and then some gravity. We're going to go ahead and put up some buffs. So we're going to use Vines, Petals, and Burgeoning Defense. And then Chizuru is going to shift and use her LB. Esther is going to use the LB. And then Runda is going to use the mitigation LB, the super LB, after they're done to try and refill some of the LB gauge. So here's that. Nice hit, and Runda's going to go ahead and refill LB gauge. Chizuru's almost filled back up. Perfect. So we're going to see how this goes. Single target attacks, AoE light, I think, and gravity. Yeah. There we go. Nobody died. Thank goodness. So we're okay. And Runda is still covering, I believe. We're still covering for 2 more turns, and we're looking kind of rough. So Runda's actually going to go ahead and elixir again. Runda's taking way more hits than I normally see, so that's kind of scary. And yeah, so this next turn, the boss, I believe, does AoE fire and single target attacks on Runda again. So to help us with that, we did a fire buff last turn. This turn, Sylvie is going to go ahead and use defense to get more mitigation, or mirage stacks rather. We're going to use lightning blessing again, and then she could do whatever. Honestly, she could do carrying paladin strike to refill HP and MP if you need to. And yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Esther is just going to bolting twice and calm again, and Chizuru is just going to devastating samurai slash. And just chain it up a little bit. There we go. Should be okay here. Single target and then some fire, I think. That looks like fire to me. Esther guts, is it? Guts? She gutsed the attack. It's a weird thing to say. We're going to kill this turn. We're going to go ahead and use Leaping Love to make sure we do. And then we're going to chain it up with our shifted LB and our LB. And there we go. So I'm sure that I'm missing something, but that seems to work for me. I've had some success doing that. You know, I've done that through about 3 or 4 times now, and been able to clear, you know, consistently on turn 5 with that gear. And so I'll show you that gear and those skills in that order. So here's our breakdown. Chizuru carries because she's the bomb diggity, but honestly Esther and her are pretty close there. There we go. Get all of our rewards. That was all missions done too. And I'll just go ahead and show you the team. I'll go into this one just to show you the team. So because the boss seems to have accuracy, it's important that I built Runda with defense and evasion. So we've got defense and evasion. There you go. Defense and evasion. Honestly, he's got 110% evasion, but he was still taking hits. So that's it. That's accuracy for you. Chizuru is built like so in the base form. The most important thing is she has Tyva's Spirit. She's wearing the Hero Vision card. And yeah, mine's on the EX2, so she does need Magisters in both, or in the form where she's doing damage. So she's got that, and then she's got Machine Killer and LB damage and True Double Hand. Just like so. She's also got chain speed up, which is useful for her. There we are. Esther is just in the base form the whole time. I know this does not help her LB, but she's wearing it just because it's high attack. Same thing with Dragoon Helm. You know, it's just high attack, and then she's got just some good stuff on. Again, True Double Hand, LB damage, Vision card. Machine Killer. There she is. And then my Sylvie is geared the same in both forms. So she's got all this in both forms. All this in both forms. And that's just to help with survivability. Because of the variance of, you know, whether or not Runda ended up taking damage, I did go ahead and equip some elixirs just to be able to use them. In this run, I ended up using 2. Some runs I've ended up using 0, so it just depends on some of that randomness. Randomness is part of what makes this fight a little frustrating for a lot of people that I have seen so far. But that's how I did it, and so hopefully that helps some of you out there do this. And yeah, if I'm wrong, if I'm missing something, tell me, because yeah, I don't know. I'm happy to be wrong about things, but you know, just tell me what I'm missing, because I would love to make this a little more budget. But this is how I did it, at least for my first successful runs doing this fight. So if that's useful to you, let me know. Drop a comment with the team that you used, because I'd love to see how other people are doing it. All right? You guys be good to each other. Take care. We'll see you in the next video.